this one? It's about AR, but what's it called? It's got a special name. No, that's AR. We don't own AR, but we do have a product called Project Aero. It's all about augmented reality. It's still in beta form at the moment. Adobe Max is coming up in November. First week of November. Watch the Adobe Max conference. You can watch it live over the internet. Coming out of Los Angeles. That's where we make our announcements of our new apps and our new features within Project Aero. Might be called Adobe Aero. It won't be a project any longer. It's still in beta form, but I'm seeing some pretty amazing things out of the world of reality from Adobe. What about this one? Looking for a hand up. Looking for I see a hand up at the back. Yep. Premiere Rush. You are spot on again. Sir, how many stickers is that for you? 2. Oh, you are so close to getting us. Right, Rush with that today. Wonderful video editing app for your phone, for your tablet, for your laptop, for your desktop. Brilliant. Try this one. Adobe Animate. No. Well, try. And we're looking at Character Animator to finish off tonight's session too. See how the face is moving, has tracking a face like I said earlier? Yeah, that's what we're going to be playing with soon. What about this one? Looking for a hand up. Yep, at the back. Spot on, well done. What is it about being at the back of the room? Do we have the smartest people at the back of the room? Is that how it works? This is our music recording app. It has multiple layers of for you. It's like a music studio, a studio. Have you heard of Pro Tools? Pro Tools is the industry standard for the recording industry. Audition is very similar to Pro Tools, same concept. You have multiple layers of audio. In fact, I heard an interesting story about Audition. A musician friend of mine, he uses Pro Tools all the time to do his recording. But he uses Audition for his mastering. And I said, why? Why don't you use Pro Tools to do your mastering? He says, the filters, the mastering filters for Pro Tools are about $4,000 each. So you can't afford it. The ones in Audition are free. They actually come with the program, and they're just as good as the Pro Tools ones. They cost the price of the whole Creative Cloud. It was amazing to hear that. What about this one? Oh, he's confident. Up the back. What do you think? Let's see if you're right. Spot on! That's his 3rd sticker. That means he gets extra round of applause. Effects like explosions, like remember the Harry Potter wand, beam that comes out of the wand, things like that are great. Kids love it. There's a great little filter you can bring in to put muzzle flares at the end of guns so they can pretend they're shooting and they have blood spurting out of bodies. So much fun, sort of. Boys love it. So that's what After Effects is all about. Now, before we go into InDesign, I just want to jumping to the microphone now, so it's a little bit of a different sound. Amy, can I get you to come out again for me, please? Because we need to finish off one more thing. So jump back to your video again. Should be sitting there, top there. Do you know, Amy created a dark video brown version. Sorry, version. You've got a download button and a share button, so slightly different. To the now from me, Amy. Click Save to Camera Roll. Project. did it on the browser, if you went to download, it would download it as an MP4 file into your downloads folder. So it becomes a video then that you can then use for whatever you want to use it for. If we went to the share process, click OK, go to share again. On the iPad, we go to copy link to clipboard, last option there. And we could do a couple of things here. First thing, I'd turn off Get Noticed to make sure keep it as private as possible. And we might even not even give it a title. I am going to go copy link to clipboard, because what's happening now is everything that Amy created is being sent to one of our servers, which I think we host in Japan for this region of the world. And so any second now, there will be a link generated. That link you send to anyone, it puts it, and that link is the cloud-based way of sharing, or you've got the video way of sharing. It's nearly there. It'll probably up in a sec. I think it'll be ready in 5, 4, 3, come on, 2, 1, half, quarter. Come on, internet, don't let me down. Maybe if you shake it a little bit, we should shake it. Will that help? Does that help? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Good. Okay. All right, it's nearly there. Nearly there, and there we go, success. Click OK, and what happens now, it's saved to the clipboard, which means that if we jump to, I don't know, something like notes, for instance, or it could be anything, I'll just create a new note. If I go paste, why is note pasting? New note, here we go. Go paste, there it is. That link is the video that Amy made. Click on the link now, because we're online. Just click anywhere on that link. And I'll just click. It should open it. It's going to work? Oh, go to open link, yeah. It's now opening it up in Safari, which is the browser in the iPad. And Amy's video is about to be played via the server in Japan, so that anyone can see it if that link. In 5, here we go. Hit the button and put it on full screen maybe. We won't play the whole thing, but we'll just get it started so we can prove that I'm right.
Hi, I'm Amy.
Just stop it there for now. So it's a bit sketchy. The Wi-Fi is a bit sketchy, but you get the idea. So how you make a Spark project into an actual video with different options. So thanks again, Amy. Well done. Terrific. Have you got a sticker yet? Yes. You got it. Okay, you're all good. You've got a pen as well. I need another victim, a volunteer. Another volunteer. We've had a boy, we've had a lady. Let's have another male. Another male volunteer. Who is it going to be? Is there anyone here who has already got no, you've already got a stylist, so you don't need to volunteer because, come on, males in the room who want a stylist. Does he? He wants one, does he? Is that what you're saying? She says that you want one, so you better come up to the front. Yeah, that's what she says. Give him a round of applause. Come on down. Akram. Yeah. Akram, good name. Akram, can you hold on to that? Okay. And very quickly show you Spark Post. So we're going to jump into my folder of apps. Now, if you want to follow along, it's slightly different on the browser, but if you go to the Start from Scratch button again and find Make a Graphic, I think it is, Make a Graphic, this is what we're about to do, but we're going to do it on the app, which is Spark Post. We'll just give it a second to come in and start picking up a lot of other posts that have been made recently. This is what you can make with Spark Post. They look amazing. In fact, the simplest way to do this is to click, we won't do this, but I could click on to any one of those that have been made, change the text, change the picture, but keep their design, and within less than 1 minute, I've got myself a poster. I've got myself a graphic that looks amazing. That's the quick way to do it. Let's actually build something from scratch. Hit the add symbol. And we're going to create a background for our poster. So let's go ahead and let's use the camera. Yes. Get it into selfie mode. Okay. All right, Akram. Let's Tilt down. Nice. Now hit the button. Big smile. Is that the biggest smile you can do?
Nope.
Let's do it. Down the bottom it says retake. Let's do a retake.
Okay.
All right, now tilt down. There we go. Get less headroom. Beautiful. Nice work. You take over. Okay. Use that photo. So use photo. Down there. Good. Now, this next stage here allows us to choose a different size for our poster. We've got the social media type sizes. Keep scrolling there, Akram, keep scrolling. We've got other types of sizes. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. Lots of different sizes. Let's go to a standard. Keep scrolling. I reckon we'll go this one here. What's this one say? That'll do. Just click on that one. So that's the size of our poster. Click whatever that is. Done. Good. It's hard to read that. Double tap to edit text is the next phase. So go ahead and double tap. Type in Akram. Click done. Now, let's move Akram up around so you can see how you can move it. And grab one of the corners there and scale it bigger. See one of the little, there we go. Nice. Now that we're still in text mode, jump over to this button here called Style.
Okay.
And that little green dot, click and move that dot around and keep moving it around and have a look what happens to your type font. Keep moving it, keep going around. It just goes on and on. It's all about getting ideas, getting inspiration about how you might want to present your text. So we might be happy with that, but if we go to, say, the shape tool here, Akram, we can then get rid of the shape that's, go back where you were. So the first tool there is that one there. Click on that one, and that gets rid of the shape. And we might want to maybe go to Effect and add in is there a shadow? Is there a drop shadow?
The first one is shadow.
Good, click on that one. Okay, that's not too bad. Maybe bring it down to here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Happy with that. Click on Done. So far we've got the basics of our image, we've got some text. We could jump to our design tool and just keep clicking through some of these templates and get some more inspiration on how you could present this. We've employed professional designers to create these templates to give you inspiration, give you ideas of how you might want to present your graphic. Is there one that you like there, Akram? If there isn't, you can go cancel and go back to where you were.
Just choose the first one. I think I get this one.
Okay, cool. Now click on Done. And I want to show you a couple of other little things. Let's jump to Effects here. This feature is only on iOS and Android. This is the only Spark tool that's also available on Android. This feature is not, you can get Spark Post on your browser. Some of you are working with it right now, which is great, but you can't do what we're about to do now in your browser. That is, click on one of these effects, and just click on any one of them, and you're seeing what's happening now. It's actually manipulating, or it's editing, or it's animating the text. Choose one, maybe choose this one here. There we go. You can see how the text is animating. And if you hit that little play button, that'll appear. Oh, no, it's already it's on a loop. It's just doing that, which is great. So now it's not just a still image anymore. It's now a 4-second video. So you're actually able to create a small, quick little video that you could then bring into your Spark video as one of your pages. One more done to that. Go to Add. This is where we could add more text, more photos, but we can also now add a sticker with the iOS and the Android version. So go ahead and add a sticker. What do you love doing, Akram? What's your passion?
Maybe like analyzing. Yeah.
That's really exciting, Akram. Give me something that's, is there any sports that you like? Or?
Oh, you mean sport, like chess maybe?
Chess?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you type in chess at the top up there where it says search Giphy? Type in chess and then wait for a sec, see what comes up. Oh, nice. Oh, there we go. We're getting lots of different little animated GIFs that relate to chess. Now choose any one of those, Akram. Give it a sec. You've chosen it, have you?
Okay.
There we go, good. Now, maybe scale it a little bit bigger. Maybe 2 fingers, go, or smaller. Maybe bring it down here so it's hiding your face. You've added a few things there, but that's okay. And now with this little play button, we'll get a sense of what this little video is going to look like. There you go. So within just a couple of minutes, you can create these really fun looking graphics that you could bring into Spark Video or bring into your learning management system. But that looks good. Akram, let's actually save it. So click on Done, go up to the share up the top there, and up the top where it says Share, right at the top, go to Video, Share Video Animation. It's now creating that as a video, and it should go into the camera roll any second once it's created it. Go to Save Video, and now it's in the camera roll. So if I jump to my camera roll now, there is, wrong way. There it is there. Hit now. Applause for Akram. That's for you, sir. Well done. Good job. Next demo, I want you to, 30 seconds, talk to the person next to you about how you could use any of the Spark tools in your teaching. 30 seconds, go. How would so. A round of applause is a less enthusiastic, maybe is Spark. What I love seeing in schools and universities is how Spark is used for the teacher to give them a chance to be creative. Just take back to the is this here. As we went past the Spark section, has got a here, it's down, here it is. Rob the robot is finishing the Spark tools. So if you want to teach the Spark tools to your colleagues or your students, feel free to use this clip. It's on Vimeo, it's available to be used. Play a little bit of this.
Oh, hello everyone. It's the amazing friend of these making such a positive difference in the classroom at all and in most areas of the curriculum all over the world. Spark Post for making digital posts and banners in seconds.
Resource that I've provided for you on this page. This one
page, free, and jump in.
So you can see that in your own time, and feel free to use the resource. This is made more recent. Still a bit old. And so on. So you can use. And the last one, Spark Post, was done this. So this is a bit more recent.
Tim here, and I want to show you some new features of Spark Post, and in particular some new animation features and the new stickers. They're amazing. Let's have a look.
Okay, so you can look at those and feel free to use those. Share them. Them via any way they're open, they're creative for you to use. The other resource which I want to show you here, connect a sheet of paper that you all got with the list of apps. So if I click on this button, it should be a line sheet of paper. And this could be helpful for you when you're sharing what to do. It gives you a PDF version of that sheet of paper that you've got. So you can see apps for photography, illustration. This column is how to get started. Column how to go. This is how to go mobile. Then we've got print and presentation, video and sound, online and mobile design, and key resources, which we've covered a couple of them already. That's jump into InDesign. Feel free to open up InDesign. A demo of design. Let's play this. Sorry. I'm going to play marketing design. only 80% of all books, magazines, flyers are made with Adobe InDesign around the world. It is the world-leading desktop publishing tool. And really designed for print. But these days, it's also a great way of making print. Also a great way of making e-flowable. But a quick look at can do. A US three. We're heading for a web style document. If we jump up to the mobile, a lot more in terms of place an image or command. Not import. It's not there. Do that again. Control or to so there it is there. Control D, file and play. Version. Select that you want to place. Do a little thumbnail. Into mark it up, and people start terrible. No, but what we've got here is, if you just think about it, we've actually got the picture inside a frame. The frame is there for us to do some very simple. Just readjust the frame now. I could select both the picture and the frame and then move it, or go Shift Command, and that it does the same thing to allow me to move it. So there's just a couple of little slightly quirky things that make a lot of sense. So that image without having to go to Photoshop. So that's one of the advantages of using the frame within the program. Bring in, say, a banner underneath that picture. Type tool, just in Photoshop or Illustrator. So I'll click on the type tool and create a text box that I want, and I'll type in something like Google Teachers. here on the right, allow me to play with the type of things. I can start size, changing my font, and just my colour palette in. I could the colour palette I may have created. And so tools, I find it maybe select from when I was design and window and light red, I mean, I haven't entered some syntax and so one of the in a video and a button, a rewind, a volume control, doing any of those options. But go to this slide. Thing. cover. But any questions? Anyone wanted to ask anything about InDesign at this point? I know I haven't covered everything because we just haven't got time, but anything crucial that you really wanted to know? We all good? All right, so we're just scratching the surface. He was back. One is the Xerox, their own little named it after. So they reached out to all the local entrepreneurs in the area of Silicon Valley. Script give you $1 billion. As a connect his Macintosh computer to the first laser printers. And another company called Aldus created one of the first desktop publishers called PageMaker. Does anyone remember? So Aldus, Apple, and kind of secondary school, and I remember the Macintosh computer, the language used to was what they created. That's how they started. How Apple pretty much got started too. Aldus in a sense, and design is much started a way to communicate the whole world. All of that was PostScript. And this is how it. But we need a way to make money. We sold this product called Acrobat Writer. So that was the only way to make PDFs back then. Now everything has become standard. And every time you document, whether it's a Word document or a publisher document or whatever, or an even Excel spreadsheet, every time you load a document to your LMS or to whatever online tool you're sharing with, it really should be a PDF, because you know that everyone will then be able to read it the way you present it, you want to read it. So I've created a PDF now with InDesign, opened up not in Acrobat Reader, but in Acrobat Pro. Pro is that Acrobat manipulates PDF. I can now add text, add images. I can manipulate text that's in there. The button over here, if I click this open, it gives me the option to go ahead and get my PDF. So if I click on PDF, I'm into the text, and I'm now adding to the text made earlier on a PDF. I could then turn that into a hyperlink, maybe. Just jump up to the top here, add an link, auto create, remove the link, remove that. It's a full-on multimedia program on its own. Acrobat, as it's called, Acrobat Pro DC. Anyone know what the D stands for? Looking for a hand up. Digital copy? No. Digital content? No. It stands for document cloud. Yeah. Made of 3 different clouds. Creative cloud, which is what we're all focused on. There's the experience cloud, which is all analytics software that big businesses use to do all their data analytics. I think most of the banks in Australia rely on Adobe for their data analytics. Have you heard of a small company called Qantas? Yeah. Like one of the biggest airlines, well, certainly in Australia. All of their data is managed through Adobe Analytics software. They're one of our biggest customers. And then the third cloud for Adobe is called Document Cloud. And that's where Acrobat Pro comes into it. It's where we do digital signatures. It's where we manage documents. It's producing, say, is the paperless classroom or the paperless office of these sorts of technologies. Now, as much anymore, things like Adobe through Document Cloud. That fits into the Document Cloud and the Creative Cloud, which is why we've all got access to it here. A couple more things on Acrobat before we finish off with Acrobat. Let's see. If I jump out of edit mode and jump into comment mode, lovely for teachers, because we can go in and we can grab sticky notes here. And I can put a sticky note on top of the picture. And here's a picture. And then when the student, and they can hover over the sticky note and get some actions, or doing comment section, grab my highlighting tool, highlight a section, and then out that section, typo, question mark, post. And so the student gets it back, they hover on top of it, and they get an answer from the teacher. Lots of other, there's a little pen tool, and you can start circling. If you've got a touch, which most of you have, it's a beautiful way of just doing annotations on top of your whiteboard in some ways. So a lot of whiteboard is just purely for annotation. I could spend more time on one of the underused tools in a, and if we check the website I gave you before, when we look at Acrobat DC, I've given you, we won't do the activity, but I've given you a range of tutorials. So if we click on that, we're back into HelpX now. And with the tutorials, a little 1-minute tutorial, where to PDF, 5 minutes, get to know the Acrobat, 3 minutes, how to create PDF, 13 minutes, get with Acrobat DC. Or we could go into experience tutorials, and we get some pretty cool, amazing experiences that you can work with. For Acrobat, questions, anything key that you wanted to focus on with Acrobat that I haven't touched on? Are we all good? All right, so let me encourage you to play with Acrobat Pro, because it's a great tool to work with. Okay, we are not having fun. Filming my apps I now need another volunteer. Preferably someone who's never used Premiere Rush before. And I want everyone to open up Premiere Rush now as well. If you've got Premiere Rush, open it up, either on your phone, on your Android, on your tablet, or on your laptop, or on your, we haven't got desktops here, but just open up any version of Rush that you've got. Now we've had, who did we have? We had a male before, so we're after a female now. We need a female volunteer. Who's it going to be? Thank you. Come on down. Give her a round of applause. That was a pathetic round of applause, wasn't it? What's your name?
Mira.
Mira.
Yeah.
Mira? Have a seat, Mira. Just making sure I've got your pride. That, Mira.
Mira.
Mira. Roll the R. Mira. Mira. I like it. Mira, have you used Rush before?
No.
All right. That's going to be really good. I might position you, Mira, so that you can see the screen as well. This around, and you sit over here, and you'll find neck as much. That?
Yeah.
All right, good. Now, Spark Video was great, but lots of limitations. Very, very basic, simple tool. Probably the easiest way to make a quality video. Premiere Rush is a big step up in Spark Video, nowhere near as Premiere Pro. So it's just a step up, and it's the way to go. And I love working it with people who have never used it before. And this is a great way to test how easy it is to work with. Everyone who's got Premiere Rush, are you ready to go? We're going to work with Mira. Mira, create new project. Instantly, we're into my hard drive, and we can see my desktop, my documents, my downloads, all of these files here ready for me to work and to add to a video project. I generally encourage students to create a folder. I call it a project folder, and inside that folder, I'll have a footage folder, a stills folder, and an audio folder, and manage all their files and work from there. But for the sake of this demo, Mira, if we scroll down, if you use 2 fingers to scroll down, can you do that? Or, yeah, scroll the other down. That's it. Good, keep going down. There's a function, a section here called media. In every sample media, so that start making a video. On to sample media, thanks Mira. And what we've got here is some footage of young people having a holiday in the Philippines. So see if you can find the sample media, and you're going to build your story the same time that Mira is building her story. Mira, I would like to have this bit of footage first. So can you click on this one? This is my water aerial shot from a drone. That's number 1. I'm thinking this one, number 2, the walking selfie. Click on that. I'm thinking the boat view, number 3. I'm thinking boarding boat, number 4. In fact, I'll probably change the order of that. Click on that. And beach selfie, number 5. And then the soundtrack, number 6. Doesn't really matter what order you put it in, because you can always change the order later. But as soon as you click create, it's going to bring all of that media into a timeline in 3, 2, 1, bang. All right, and now we're ready to start editing. There's nothing super special about what you've seen here. You can do that in lots of different apps. I'm thinking iMovie, if you've got a Mac. I'm thinking even Windows Media Player can do that to a certain point. But what Mira is about to press is a button that changes the game. Remember, this came out in October, so it's just under a year old, and the whole world changed a year ago because of this button. This is the button here. Can you click on this one called Control Tracks? Down one more, down one, that's it, click on that. Good. What's happened here is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of video. 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of audio. Now think about this. For the first time in the history of apps, sorry Mira, I'm just going to borrow your phone for a sec, I'm just going to hold it up. For the first time in history, there is a mobile phone app that has multiple layers of video, multiple layers of audio for you to play with. That's powerful. Have a guess how many layers there are in Premiere Pro? Anyone know? 99! 99 layers of video in Premiere Pro. No one uses 99. Not even Marvel Studios uses 99 layers. We only need about 3 or 4. So this gives you plenty of power to work with. For those of you who are not video producers, which is most of you, why do you have layers? What's the point of layers of video and layers of audio? Any thoughts? Videos on top of videos, yeah. Picture in picture. Titles on top of a picture. Maybe a picture in the corner and a picture in the background, then a title. All of those are different layers, just like in Photoshop where you're working layer by layer. So what I want you to do, Mira, is I just want you to hit the space bar for me, and we're going to play this first. Beautiful drone footage, and hit the space bar again to stop it. What I want to do, first of all, is I just want to trim this. This is going on a little bit too long. I want you to make this not, what is it now? It's currently 6 seconds. It's close to 7 seconds. I want it to be about 4 seconds. So how are we going to trim that? Great. And you can see the time code at the top there. You're right on 4 seconds now. Now you're down to 3. Now you're on 4. So unclick. Beautiful. Now take the playhead, that's that blue there. Take it back to the start. And hit the space bar again. Great. That's one way of trimming it. Now, Mira, let's work on another way of trimming it. Can you undo? Just go Control, what is it? Command Z. So we're back to where we were. Mira, have a look up here at these tools. See, do exactly the same process, this time using those different tools. Any thoughts, Mira? What would she need to do first with the playhead, maybe? Yeah, move the playhead to the 4 second mark. Grab the scissors. Click on it. Bang, we've made a cut. And now grab the trash can, or delete it. Good. Or you could have hit the trash can. So there's 2 different ways of doing your actual editing. One's just quickly trimming it, and the other is cutting it and exiting. So Mira, you're doing really well so far. We've got our 4 seconds. Take the playhead back to the start. That's good. I want to get a title in there. And I'm thinking we might want to see a little bit more of the picture. I'm just going to grab this button here, drag that down so we can see a little bit more of that. That's better. Now, just make sure, hit the space bar again. Good. Stop it again. On top of this opening frame, I want to get a beautiful title appearing, superimposing over the top. Have a look at all the tools on the right-hand side. A little bit hard to see for us, but the very top tool is the title tool. Just click on that once and just wait for a couple of seconds. Good. And what we've got here is a whole bunch of motion graphic templates that have been made with Adobe After Effects. But you don't need to know anything about After Effects to manipulate them. That's the beauty of these. See that little scroll bar there? Scroll all the way down, have a look at all the different options. You've got simple titles, but you've got some pretty powerful graphics as well when you look through all the different options. Now, Mira, scroll back up to the top again. And that very first one, the top left-hand corner of the titles, the one next to it, can you click and drag that on top of the footage? And now that template has appeared onto video layer 2. Take it to the very start of our story and take the playhead back to the beginning, and let's have a look and see what it looks like. Hit the play button. Pretty cool. Yeah, so simple and yet powerful. Just stop it, take it back, and just take the playhead back to the middle of that title. And instead of my vlog channel, can you change that to my holiday? Just double click the words on the screen. Go up to the screen, double click, my holiday. So it's keeping the design. And with the tagline, you type in the Philippines. Now, if we wanted to manipulate this a little bit more, maybe go back to the My Holiday one, and notice that we've got some editing options under Edit. We could change the colour of the font, we could change the size of the font, we could change the character spacing. We've got all those different flexibilities without having to go to After Effects to make those changes. And that's pretty powerful. So just to save time, we won't make any changes. But what I will want you to do, Mira, is I want you to move the thing up to the top left-hand corner so that the word Philippines is above the islands that are in the water there. So click and drag and get the Philippines on the island. So bring it down a little bit. That's it, up a bit. And over to your right a little bit, and down a little bit, down, 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 and stop, up, 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 stop, down, 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 that's it, stop. And now the islands are helping us to see that font. Now take the playhead back to the start, hit the play button. Nice. So the story has started. And stop. Can we just trim the title so that when this edit comes in, it's finishing? Beautiful, nice work. Now, Mira, I would like you to add a transition between this edit and that edit. I want a nice cross dissolve, so it's dissolving into each other. Any thoughts on which tool might do the transition? Ah, nice. See the cross dissolve? Now click and drag it so it's going in between these edits there. There we go, let go. Beautiful, done. Round of applause for Mira. That's nice. Hit the play button, Mira. Let's have a look and see if that dissolve is good. Yeah, it's good, but it's very quick. Now what I want you to do is I want you to lengthen the cross dissolve. To do this properly, I think it'd be good to zoom in on that part of the timeline. So look at our scrolly bar down here, Mira. Go to the edge of it. See that little handle at the end of the bar where my finger is now? Click and drag that towards me a little bit. Nice. So now we're zooming in and we have much more control over the speed of that cross dissolve. Let's go to the edge of that now and just stretch it out a bit. Good. Stretch it out the other way as well. Good. Nice work. Now scroll back again so we can see most of the timeline. And take the playhead back to the start. Hit the space bar. Yeah, nice work. Okay, stop it. Now we've got a bit of an issue with the audio. What's the issue? Yeah, it's very hard to hear them talking because the music is a little bit loud. So what I want to do now, Mira, is I want to play with the audio settings. First of all, we're going to click into the soundtrack. And we're going to jump into our audio button, which is the second one from the bottom. Let's click into that one. And we've opened up the advanced settings, auto. Beautiful. And let's say reduce by, take it to 60%. That'll do. Let go. And what I want to do is I want to zoom in and show people what's actually see a little indent there. And what's happened is the volume's up reasonably loud, but as soon as he starts talking, it's automatically come down. And it stays down until he stops talking, she stops talking, and then it comes back up again. So it's using artificial intelligence to determine where the voiceover starts, stops, and ducks the music straight away. Should duck by. Oh. We're going to spend a couple of minutes fixing what I've mucked up here. So what I want you to do now is your challenge. Hands up if you've got Premiere Rush on your laptops now. Hands up. Only one person. So you haven't been able to download it? Very slow?
Yeah, but I got it. But the others.
Okay, well, since you haven't got it here, what I want you to do is go to your Spark page that you were creating and start documenting now some of the things that you've learnt already, maybe some of the notes that you've taken, maybe by hand you can bring into your page, because this is going to take a couple of minutes to fix up while